I used to be a fisherman. I was happy and loved my job. Until the IRS came to my house and said they will take 90% of my fish every time. I was full. So I did the only reasonable thing I could. I gave myself a challenge to climb the highest mountain. This is my dog. He's called Potato. I've had him for 20 years. He is an old mother.
Psych!
I needed the protein for the trip. And so, after that moment, with my dog and my rusty legs, I started my adventure. The first climb was easy as until I saw that cliff. I knew there had to be a way to climb it. There wasn't.
And when I was about to give up and become a broke fisherman again, some random dude from Lord of the Rings appeared.
There I was, looking at the ancient species of the mountain steve. No one ever saw them before. It's said they only come out during the fog. The king of the mountain steves invited me to his cave. He asked me what I was doing up here. After all, no human ever climbed up here. I told him I was climbing the mountain for some reason, and that some drugged wizard helped me get up here. He said that there was an ancient flower on top of the mountain, and it was called the USB. That seemed weird, but still, I went. I knew that I had a long way to go, but I needed to prove myself and also give the man his flower. When I reached the old Corvin forest, I was met with a surprise from the goblins living there. One of the goblins came up to me and said,
"I'm bothering, but he's right on my finger." So
I didn't understand their language. They offered me a soup. I didn't take it. They got so pissed they started chasing me. They took me to their prison and force-fed me beetroot soup. I couldn't eat more. They guarded me every night, until one night, one of the guards fell asleep. This was my chance to escape. While escaping, I witnessed something that would stay in my mind forever. The mountain steves attacked the goblins. I said, "Fuck this shit." And like a good man, with a good heart, I let the ancient species of the mountain steve die out and went on my long journey. After 12 hours of trekking, I found a castle. I remember this from somewhere. Oh, when I was a child, my grandpa told me about this.
Timmy, when you grow up and be the opposite of a little cunt dwarf, I'll teach you how to be a slave master. I'll teach you how to take care of your kids and make them do cheap or even free labor. Anyways, Timmy, this was on my mind for a long time, and I want to tell you about a legend. See those mountains behind us? It said there's a mysterious castle on top of the mountains. There's a whole stash of gold there.
I'm the king! I'm the king! I'm the king!
The gold wasn't there. Instead, there was a drugged guy who said he was the king. I never got as pissed as that night, and I did something I don't even want to think about today. Even though I committed mass murder and killed Potato, my dog, I still felt bad for this guy, even more than for my own dog. This didn't even make sense anymore. I couldn't do this. I couldn't. Was this the end of my preposterous journey? Or was it the beginning? Even though I was depressed and mentally unstable at this point, I decided to give it one more try. One day, it was so cold, I had to stay in a cave and make a campfire for the night, but this wouldn't be a normal night. That night, when I was sleeping, I woke up to weird sounds coming from the deeper side of the cave. I decided to check it out on my own. I don't have friends anyways. The place where the sounds were coming from was a whole underground lab. I couldn't even comprehend all that's happening here on these mountains. I saw 2 lab workers in special suits. They were throwing out some weird green substance. I knew I had to check it out, and to my surprise, the king of the mountain Steves was there. Then I knew why. The lab workers and Walter White were working with the goblins. You see, after their defeat with the Steves, they teamed up with the lab workers to create a weapon of mass destruction and destroy the mountain Steve species forever. I quickly exited the mountain. I was running faster than ever before to tell the Steves to get out of there. Too late. The lab workers, along with the goblins, had already set up the weapon. It was a huge cannon, and when I thought it was over, the guys walked away from the trigger to check on something. This was my chance to destroy the main component. Without the processor, the machine wouldn't work. Then, my university professor came and gave me my marks from computer science. It was over. That wasn't the processor. I can't do anything now. The mountain Steves will die out now.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I have the flower now. But for what? For who? Do I mean anything anymore?